Imagine losing over $1 billion a year just because politics changed overnight. That's not a doomsday scenario. It could soon be Tesla's reality. As Elon Musk's high-profile feud with Donald Trump explodes across social media, the ripple effects threaten not just Tesla, but the entire electric vehicle revolution in America. The question on everyone's mind: can Tesla survive if the government pulls the plug on its biggest lifeline? To understand how we got here, let's rewind. For over a decade, Tesla has been the poster child for clean technology, innovation, and American entrepreneurship. Backed by generous government tax credits and a wave of climate-conscious consumers, Tesla helped turn electric vehicles from a fringe idea into a mainstream movement. Under President Biden, incentives for buying electric cars were revived and expanded, reigniting interest in sales. Tens of thousands of buyers who might never have considered an EV suddenly found the price within reach, thanks to those federal credits. But Tesla's success hasn't just been about sleek cars and high-tech batteries, it's also been a story of political alliances. Elon Musk, once celebrated by progressives, increasingly courted conservative circles, culminating in a public partnership with Donald Trump and the GOP. The theory? Musk and Trump could modernize government, break gridlock, and maybe even unite America around the promise of clean technology. Some even hoped that Musk's influence could persuade Republicans to support electric vehicles and green energy. Yet, as the political winds shifted, cracks began to show. Many original Tesla fans, especially Democrats and independents, grew disillusioned by Musk's political maneuvers. Some swore never to buy another Tesla as long as Musk was in charge. Meanwhile, traditional Trump loyalists never fully embraced Tesla either, still viewing EVs as suspiciously liberal or coastal. Then came the public fallout. Musk and Trump, once allies, turned into bitter rivals, launching verbal attacks that captured national headlines. The alliance that was supposed to bring EVs to middle America shattered dramatically, and with it, Tesla's hopes of bridging the partisan divide. Now, some crucial questions loom. With Republicans doubling down on oil and talking openly about scrapping EV incentives, Tesla faces a regulatory minefield. Industry analyst Dan Ives warns, the Musk-Trump feud introduces regulatory uncertainties for Tesla's autonomous vehicle initiatives, potentially delaying deployment and impacting investor confidence. The financial stakes are massive. J.P. Morgan estimates that if federal EV tax credits vanish, Tesla could see its annual revenue shrink by over $1 billion. Lower-income consumers, the very group that made EVs a nationwide phenomenon, would be hit hardest. CFRA's Garrett Nelson says, eliminating EV tax credits will widen the cost gap between EVs and gasoline cars, disproportionately affecting lower-income consumers and slowing EV adoption. The bigger picture? America's EV adoption rate could plateau at just 8%, with the next generation of buyers priced out. And with government support in question, Tesla may not have enough loyal customers left on either side of the political aisle. But it gets even more complicated. Stringent new rules on sourcing battery materials could make it nearly impossible for automakers to qualify for remaining tax credits, as Mary Nichols, a leading industry expert, explains. Stringent sourcing restrictions on Chinese components will disrupt EV supply chains and hinder the ability of manufacturers to qualify for tax credits. So where does this leave Tesla? The company has lost favor among Democrats and independents, but hasn't gained enough Republican buyers to fill the gap. And without government support, the looming threat isn't just slower growth, it's outright decline. Is this the end of Tesla's dominance, or can Elon Musk pull off another miracle? As the political storm intensifies, one question remains. What bold move could save Tesla, or will the company be forced to reshape its very identity to survive? So, what happens next if Tesla can no longer count on government handouts and tax credits? The future holds both peril and possibility, and the company's very survival could depend on bold decisions in the coming months. Industry analysts like John Murphy from Bank of America warn that electric vehicle market share in the United States may flatline at just 8%, thanks to the disappearance of subsidies and the lack of fresh, accessible models. This is a huge challenge for Tesla, whose growth targets depend on broadening its audience beyond the luxury segment. Meanwhile, J.P. Morgan estimates that the loss of tax credits could wipe out over $1 billion in annual revenue. That's not just a dent, that's a crater. Without incentives, the price gap between electric vehicles and gasoline cars widens, making it mostly the wealthy who can still afford Teslas. Garrett Nelson of CFRA Research points out that lower-income consumers will be hit hardest, potentially reducing electric vehicle adoption by 15% over the next 5 years. The result? Gasoline car sales could spike in the short term, undermining both Tesla's mission and environmental progress. But there are opportunities hidden in these storms. Tesla could double down on innovation, pushing advancements in battery technology and self-driving software to stand out from the crowd, regardless of subsidies. There's also the chance to expand outside the United States. In Asia and Europe, demand for electric vehicles is still growing, and governments remain committed to clean transportation. Strategic partnerships could also be a lifeline. Pairing up with other technology giants or even traditional automakers might help Tesla access new markets and reduce its exposure to the unpredictable winds of American politics. And let's not forget energy. Tesla's solar and battery storage businesses could become even more important, offering a way to diversify revenue as the electric vehicle market faces headwinds. For viewers, this story is more than a corporate drama. It's a wake-up call about how politics, incentives, and innovation are tightly interwoven. If you're an investor, it means watching not just for technical breakthroughs, but for policy shifts and market signals. If you're a consumer, it's a reminder to look beyond shiny branding. Real progress in clean technology depends on policy frameworks, supply chains, and the choices we all make. The real lesson? No tech company, not even one led by Elon Musk, can exist in a vacuum. As Kara Swisher of CNN puts it, the fallout reveals the limitations of celebrity endorsements in policy and the increasing polarization of consumer choices. If Tesla is to survive and lead, it must build bridges, not just with politicians, but with everyday people, regardless of party lines. So, can Elon Musk guide Tesla through this gauntlet and emerge even stronger? The answer will hinge on whether he can shift Tesla from dependency on government support to true independence, by innovating faster, partnering smarter, and reconnecting with the broad spectrum of customers who once made Tesla an icon. And here's a secret few realize. While all eyes are glued to Tesla's electric vehicles, its energy storage and solar divisions are quietly expanding, potentially laying the groundwork for the company's next transformation. In the end, Tesla's fate may depend not on the next car model, but on its ability to pivot and lead in entirely new arenas. What do you think? Will Tesla rise to the challenge or stumble as the political winds shift? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.